Guys, you ever watch Leto's Law? It's on YouTube here. He's a lawyer, kind of fun guy. He gave me permission to share his data, so I appreciate that. I'm going to send him a copy, obviously. You guys should, if you haven't seen him, you'll probably subscribe to him now. He has a video here called "You Are Sheep If You Won't Show Your Receipt at Walmart." So this is not really an attack on him at all, but it's just me talking about temporary insanity. I want to share this to him, Leto. Obviously, I'm into psychology. You guys know that. So I'm saying what's going on is temporary insanity. Let's get the gist of it. Is that you're at Walmart or Costco's or BJ's? Not Walmart really, but Costco and BJ's for sure. They have a policy pretty much. They check your receipt before you leave the door. I have not found that policy in written format at Costco. So you couldn't walk out and no harm, no foul, no done. You didn't even break your contract with them. So now that's my opinion. But it's customary. They check your receipt. You hand it over. They look at the receipt and hold you up a bit. Yes, it does feel like an attack. My whole thing is temporary insanity or attack. Remember, I have the theory, and it's 100% solid. I don't care. I can prove it to all you guys. Is that once you own something, once you decide you own it, that means a conclusive file. That's all I'm talking about here, a conclusive file. Not literally that you own it, but figuratively that you own it, and sometimes literally, but figuratively that you own it. For example, you don't own the road in front of you. But when you're driving down the road, you were taught to make a space between you and the car in front, a safety space. That space, when you create it, you back off in the car in front, you maintain your speed. When someone pulls up next to you, puts on a turn signal, and wants to come into that spot, sometimes we will close the gap. Now, that's not what we're taught to do as far as no one says, now close the gap if you see someone put a turn signal on. It doesn't even say let them in. It just, we just don't learn that one. But we haven't learned that. They don't teach what to do. So consequently, you might decide to close the distance on a car in front, not letting that vehicle in to put the turn signal on to come into your gap. Your thinking might be logical in your mind, saying, yeah, this traffic, he can wait his turn. I got to wait. He's going to just, slow me up, etc. But here's the thing. Once we own something, a conclusive file, our amygdala protects us. It protects us against everything. Even you can't hurt yourself. Ultimately, you could if your amygdala decides that's the way to stop the pain, agrees to allow you to do that. So you can't hurt yourself. In other words, you can't take a hammer and smash your hand with it. Unless you're not mentally stable. You can't take a hammer, smash your hand. You can't smash your toe for fun with a hammer. Things like that. Your amygdala protects the body, protects the human all the time. 24 hours a day, it's working. So if you were to stump your toe, for example, your amygdala realizes that somebody just attacked you. It doesn't immediately, it knows that. But it did not know immediately that it was you that just slipped. So that's why immediately when you stump your toe, you become enraged because out of nowhere, someone just attacked you. It was you hitting your foot. Your amygdala fires up your senses, your anger, your readiness to attack. It came out of nowhere. But there's no one to attack. It's you. Some people might decide if you hit the chair to now throw the chair across the room, kick the chair, break the chair. Now you've got nothing against that chair except for your amygdala has been attacked. Your body's been attacked and the amygdala wants to attack back. I say that flight does not exist. Fight or flight do not exist together. It's only fight. Now you say, well, that's not true. Well, I'll prove to you it's always true. For example, that same vehicle that's now trying to come over, you close the distance. Now I change it to a tractor trailer. Puts on his turn signal and starts to come over. Well, you would say, well, you have to do flight now. Well, you're still fighting. You're getting out of the way of that truck that's going to now run you off, crush you. You get out of the way of that truck, and then what do? You may pull up in front of that truck and try to give the guy the hand gesture. Or you may, get in front of him and brake check him. That's I'm saying it's temporary insanity is what we're suffering. That you're not acting rational And why not? Because you've been attacked, and your amygdala takes over when you're being attacked, just like throwing a chair across the room. Now, I'm going to show you one more example of that. Ownership. And then we're going to listen to Leto then. Ownership. I say that everything we own, we protect. Our amygdala protects us. Even, watch this, your trash that you throw out. You no longer want this trash. You've made a conclusive file that today is trash day. I'm putting the trash out. It's gone, out of my life. Tomorrow the trash man gets it. I'll never see it again. Good. Gone. Perfect. The next morning you wake up, you look outside, and somebody's taking the trash out of your trash can, not the trash man, and they're putting it in their car. They're putting it in a car, not a cop car. Don't think like that. So they're just putting in their car some of your trash out of your trash can, and they're taking possession of it. Well, here's the thing. Ownership. You own that trash. That's your trash. So how do you feel when I just said that statement? You feel like the guy's taking something from you, don't you? But clearly I told you, I set the parameters that this was trash. You were happy to see it go. The trash man's going to take it. But you had a conclusive file. The trash man will take my trash. He will then take it and it'll be gone out of my life. But this stranger is taking your trash, something you totally want nothing to do with, but you own it. And so now your brain says, you're under attack. Somebody's taking your trash. Somebody's going to do something with your trash. They're up to no good. Well, your trash you were giving it away to a trash man to take and do what he wanted with it. But now this person's taking your trash, and now all of a sudden you feel attacked because you've made a conclusive file at that point. I call them conclusive files. Something's no good. This guy's taking your trash, and he's not the trash man. See, little things. You've made a conclusive file that the trash man can have your trash. And from there, you don't want to know where it goes. Dump or whatever. You just don't want to know. You don't really concern yourself anymore. No more conclusive files, perhaps. So, but this person is attacking you because they're taking your trash that you clearly wanted to get rid of, but you don't have a conclusive file. They should do that. Now I'm going to do it one more time. The trash man takes your trash. He throws it in the back of his truck. You're happy. You're like, cool, hey, waving to the trash man. But then the trash man, you see, after he throws it in his truck, puts your trash can back, and walks back to his truck, he now starts going through the trash in the back of the trash truck. Any of you law people out there, I'll leave the other people's trash, the neighbor's trash inside the trash truck also. It's mixed. So he goes through the trash, and he's going through the trash. You were happy a second ago, but now you feel as though, this is not right. You have a conclusive file that that's not right. That's my trash. I wanted to go to the dump, not for him now to take my trash and take possession of my trash. Personally take possession of my trash or even go through it at all. All right. I'm saying that all conclusive files we make are protected by the amygdala. And so they're triggered. All your triggers are some conclusive file that's been violated. For example, Leto, 2 plus 2 is 5. You're saying where I'm going with that. I'm just saying 2 plus 2 is 5. 100% sure of that. 100% sure of that. No trick. I'm 100% sure. Well, you and everyone else has a conclusive file that knows math. The 2 plus 2 is 4. So you cannot have those two exist in your mind together. 2 plus 2 is 4 and 2 plus 2 is 5. Cannot exist in your mind together as a real answer. So therefore, I'm the one wrong, and everyone should attack me for saying such because you have no choice. All conclusive files are protected by the human, meaning the individual. And anything other than those conclusive answers are considered an attack, and therefore you will get attacked back. Coming back to Leto's example here, that purchase at a Costco, you paid for it, you own it. You literally own it. Now this person at the door, for the first time out until you get used to it and decide that you make a new conclusive file that says, you know what, I'm going to allow them to look at my receipt as I walk out the door. I'm going to allow this. But the first time or the first few times, it definitely feels like somebody's questioning something you own. And so therefore they're attacking you. And you're not sure about, you're not down with that. It wasn't part of the policy when you signed up. They don't say, oh yeah, and we check your receipt at the door. I know, I've never seen it. I've seen it many times. I've never seen them explain that policy to anyone buying a membership. They never did it with me either. So when someone says, stop, hand me your receipt, it is what? They're attacking you because you own these products and you just paid for them. That's your conclusive file. anyone stopping you is now attacking you because they're saying that you're stealing it. You don't have a conclusive file that says I'm going to hand over the receipt. They never said that. So anyone doing that is attacking you. Your brain can go multiple ways, as Leto did, saying, well, you think of shoplifting. You should hand it over because, you're not a sheep. You're not, the point is, Leto, you're suffering from temporary insanity. So you also had a video just now where the guy flips off the cop, you said. Well, they have a conclusive file that cops are bad. When they see the cop, they're so angered that they're being attacked. And so what do? You have no choice. I say you have no choice but to attack back when one of your conclusive files are attacked. Now, there are exceptions to that. For example, if I was a psychologist, there's a lot of contrary things are said. If you can keep yourself distant, realizing that, become an observer, realizing that this person I'm just an observer, this person's not attacking me, that they believe 2 plus 2 is 4. And so therefore, I need to talk to their source data and help them change their conclusive file. So I need to figure out how they determine that 2 plus 2 equals 5, rather, and need to help them understand that 2 plus 2 equals 4. This is with everything, Leto and everyone else, is that you see these multiple genders, for example. They made a conclusive file that those multiple genders can exist. Now, that really triggered me for some time until I realized, I got stuck in my own trap, my own temporary insanity. I see now. They believe 2 plus 2 is 5. They have source data that has determined that they can make a new decision, or a decision, because it's not new to them, I guess, that they can make this decision. Looking at it as an observer is how you would try to do it. So now back to the car thing. The road. You created that space between the front bumper and the back bumper. You own it. So when someone cuts that space off, you become aggressive, and you might want to pull up next to them and give them the gesture. You might want to cut them back off and brake check them. Why? Because you're suffering from temporary insanity, and you are attacking back. I'm saying the amygdala does not know retreat. It only knows attack, and some people do it passive aggressively. I'll get back at you, things like that. And they always keep a list. I'll get back at you, things like that. Now, the person that decided to put the turn signal on and come into that lane, they've already made up their mind. They own that spot. They're going in there. So when you speed up, well, they just think you're being mean. And so now you two get into a fight over trying to get into that one little inch of spot. You start fighting, and you're playing bumper tag almost. And sometimes you touch bumper tags, and sometimes people start getting violent. Let's go ahead and listen to Leto and wrap it up. Or maybe I'll just give you the link to Leto's thing. This is his one.
About can a store force you to show a receipt before you leave? And I pointed out that there are club stores where you have to show it because it's part of your club membership. And then I said there's stores out there like Walmart where they might ask, but you don't have to show it to them. And I'm doing a follow-up on that because I got a surprisingly large number of comments from people who are simply wrong. And I'd like to point out to you that you are a sheep.
See that? So he called us a sheep, us. Everyone, rather, but there's if to it. So Leto's being attacked because he has conclusive file that they're all surprisingly wrong. Remember, Leto looks at things as all his conclusive files, most of them are the data, the source data for his conclusive files are educational law based. And so he's now attacking back with his statement here saying you're a sheep if you won't show your receipt. I don't think he's making, because Leto has plenty of followers and his data is solid. In fact, this wouldn't even come up with a good Google search based on Walmart receipt stopping stuff. So now so this is him immediately attacking back. This is somebody taking his space, and that's my psychological evaluation, Leto. But it's not really psychological. It's conclusive files. This is why you have to attack back the way you're doing it.
If you won't show your receipt at Walmart, if you shop at Walmart, buy something, and then refuse to show your receipt at the gate, you are the sheep.
All right, let's stop there. So I can now, and this is psychological stuff. I love it, right? And no offense, Leto, but you got a good sense of humor. So Leto, I would obviously say also the law thing, but also perhaps he goes to Walmart sometimes, and these people that argue that, it triggers him. It triggers him because he has a conclusive file that you're a sheep if you won't show your receipt. And this is our temporary insanity we have. And it's temporary because it controls us. You're no longer being in control. All right, let me look at my notes here. Ownership, trash can. Okay, that's it. That's my quick notes on this one. I hope it wasn't too long. The video, probably 20 minutes. I don't know. I can't see the time on it. Wish you guys all success. And Leto's channel. Jump on over there. It's Steve Leto. Let's give you the. Let me give you. There we go. Steve Leto. It's going to be worth your time every day to hear him do court cases, etc. My man's over here. One of my subscribers are over here. I saw his comment. Interesting. Now, I come at it at a different perspective than Leto a lot, and that's because I have source data from a different source. How about that? With some of his same things, and you might see my comments there, and you'll be able to figure out my source if you can. If you've got the source data, you should be able to make a conclusive file to figure out how I'm coming at it. Not the psychological way, but another professional way. Hanging up.